Hello, guys. So we will continue our discussion on the previous year questions, sociology. So let's look at one question again from Parson, and this is related to pattern variables, a very important concept and a very important topic. So we have already done a lot of discussions on this, right? Parson, we spent almost 5-6 days. So pattern variable also we spent one session completely. So here I'll try to cover in this question, and I'll give you the structure of this question, assuming that the content you already know. So I'll try to do that in 10 minutes. So when you attend this session, the purpose is to basically revise. Okay. And let's try to decode the demand of the examiner here. So what they're asking is, the relevance of pattern variables in the study of social change. So you need to discuss the context, you need to discuss social action, you need to discuss about pattern variables, right? The dilemmas while performing the action, and the dilemmas are in terms of dichotomies you can explain, right? In extremes you can mention. So whatever Parson has discussed, whatever we have studied, so pattern variable you will explain. You then will explain the relevance in the modern society. So you need to explain what is actually pattern variables. You will have to briefly explain the 5 pattern variables which has been identified by Parson, and you need to analyze how pattern variables will help you to understand the social change, the relevance of the concept also, right? And there can be a couple of criticism also. So whatever areas need to be covered, I repeat again, pattern variables need to be there. Before we start with pattern variable, you will have to come with social action, and while performing action, individual face dilemma with respect to motivational orientation, value orientation, and all those you can mention. And the dilemmas are identified in terms of dichotomies, and the dichotomies is what you are explaining as pattern variables. And you may stand in terms of continuum. The extremes may not be available, right? So we will be discussing about that also. In between, very close to modern society, very close to traditional society, or in between, that we understand things in terms of continuum rather than extremes. So 5 pattern variables, and how these dilemmas are solved through role expectations. And while performing roles, individual face dilemma. And that dilemma is what you will understand as pattern variables. So social change, social action, decision making, role expectation, how you're going to fulfill, how role defined. In traditional society, role is very clearly defined. In modern society also, role is very clearly defined. As I give that example, right? For example, you see a person met with an accident, and in traditional society, what is your priority? You will try to help that person because collective conscience is more important. You give more importance to collectivity in a traditional society, but in a modern society, you may be busy with your own works, your own job. So individual aspect is more important. But at the same time, modern society have changed a lot. There are different institutions, there are different mechanisms to take care of it. You may just need to give a call to the ambulance, right? You give a call to 100 or 101, and then the police or the other ambulance, or they will take care of it. There are systems to take care of it. So you don't want to spend your time, your effort, etc. So that's how it is defined. Actually, you don't want to go, you won't go. So modern society is not expecting you to do this, but traditional society is expecting you to do this. So there is a role expectation, and there is a role definition also. Which society? In traditional and modern. But when it comes to societies which are in transition, like India, now in India, in US, I can say there are institutions and everything. So if there is an accident, definitely that will be taken care accordingly, right? But when it comes to societies like India, we cannot completely say. That's why I told you need to understand in terms of continuum. So those societies where the role is not clearly defined, in India, whether to help that person or you will go to your own work, or not to help and relying on institution, that person may die. Right? You cannot completely believe. That is what I mean by societies in transition, where your role is not clearly defined. When the role is not clearly defined, that's when you face dilemma with respect to the action. And that dilemma is your pattern variables. He understood in terms of 2 dichotomies, but the reality will be in between. It could be close to modern society. For example, Indian society may be close to modern society. In many other society, if you take, it could be close to traditional society, right? So in terms of even America also, if we take, it may not be extremely modern, right? It is not completely there, right? So we'll see, and then cross-cultural analysis. That's what I mean by this, and then give a balanced conclusion. So yeah, now See, even when I talk about self-orientation or collective orientation, there is no society which is completely based on collective orientation or purely modern. There is no society which is completely based on self, right? Even in the modern society also, it's not completely self. There can be some element of collectivity. That's what I mean by there is no 100% modern, 100% traditional. There can be some elements. So better we understand in terms of continuum, even though we discuss these dichotomies. So that's how your answer should look like in the conclusion. That's the balanced conclusion I mean to say. So now the question is, what is going to be the introduction here? So you can say, see, pattern variables are one of Talcott Parsons' most important contribution to the theory of social action. And Parson argued that every individual, when performing social action or his roles, he faces certain dilemmas in terms of expectations, in terms of if it is not defined very clearly, in terms of the value, in terms of its own motivation and value, right? Action, value orientation, motivational orientation. So whether my action should be oriented more towards the value, or my action should be more oriented towards motivation, my own motivation. Some societies it is very clearly defined. Modern society it is motivation. Traditional society it is value orientation. But societies in transition it is not clearly defined. So you face dilemma. So Parson argued that individual, while performing the social role, face these dilemmas before deciding how he's going to act, and his action will be chosen with respect to these two orientation: value orientation, motivational orientation. And pattern variables represent these basic choices or the value orientation, which or the possible actions which are available for social actors, or these are nothing but the dilemmas, right? So they reflect what Parson called properties of all action system. And when you analyze these choices that we are going to discuss now, sociologists can understand not only individual behavior but also the nature of social system and the direction of social change. And if you see, this is something which we are now directly connecting it with the question relevance. Look at the question, what they're asking in the question: relevance of pattern variable in the study of social change. So what we have written in the introduction last line, because now we are moving to explain. So we are telling the examiner, yes, this is a question. I understood the question. So you are just mentioning that. So you are saying by analyzing these choices, what? By analyzing the pattern, the choices means the dilemmas or the possibilities. By analyzing these patterns, sociologists can understand the individual behavior also, his own motivational value orientation, but at the same time, the nature of system, social system, nature of society. If your orientation is towards value, it is traditional society. If your orientation is towards motivation, it is modern society. So you can understand the type of society also and the direction of social change also. Is it progressively moving towards traditional society to modern society or not? Right? So you can understand all these dimensions, and this is how you need to explain this. And guys, the topic I have already covered. So that's not the agenda of this discussion. I'm not going to teach you, but let me quickly go through. Again, let me tell you, if you're attending this for the first time, you will find it difficult. You may not understand some things that I'm talking about. If you attended the classes and then attending this question analysis, then it is going to be very much useful, because now things will be printed in your mind. You will be able to properly decode also. So pattern variables. According to Parson, every social actor has to choose one side before acting in social situation. And that is based on two aspects. Your action should be oriented towards the larger value of society, towards collectivity, or your own motivation. And there are 5 choices. And you face dilemma with respect to choice of motivational orientation and value orientation. There are societies where it is defined, right? The in terms of role expectation, role is defined. In traditional, modern, it is defined. But societies in transition, it is not clearly defined. That example which I have given to you. You see a person and he met with an accident in Indian society. You just give a call to police or ambulance, and then you go for work. You may be seeing that he might have died. No one will come and support, right? So societies in transition, you face dilemma. So you face dilemma like, should I call and will they come? Will they take this person, or is it my responsibility? So you have both, come together. You have that traditional mindset also to help that person is there. At the same time, your modern society is demanding you to go for your work. That pressure is also there. So you face dilemma, whether I should go with this or go with that. and then you choose one thing, which is based on motivational value orientation. This conflict will be there, and that's what the style was all about. So pattern variables, you can remember this mnemonic, right? First, affectivity and affective neutrality. So the individual decides whether to act emotionally or maintain emotional neutrality, right? In traditional society, it is mostly emotionally you behave. In modern society, emotional neutrality. For example, a mother showing affection towards her child, that reflects affectivity. A judge deciding a case impartially reflects affective neutrality. A doctor treating a patient, affective or affective neutral? Affective neutrality, right? So he have to treat neutral. Self-orientation versus collective orientation. So guys, I've given the detailed explanation and everything in the notes. Go through that, but here I'm quickly going through the topic because you need to see what need to be covered. That's the only purpose here. So here, the actor decide whether he should go with personal interest or collective welfare. For example, pursuing personal profit reflects self-orientation. Civil servant working for public welfare, that reflects collective orientation. Now, universalism versus particularism. So should decisions be based on universal rules or personal relationship, right? So you can go through the example. And then ascription versus achievement, you talk about. Ascribed status or achieved status, right? So caste-based status that reflect ascription. Competitive exams that basically talk about achievement. Now talk about specificity versus diffuseness. So whether the relationship should be limited to specific role or extend into multiple aspects of life. Here again, doctor-patient relation you can mention. It is specific. You should not get diffused. Family relations are generally diffused. Now talk about this. So you explain that according to the demand of the question. If it is 10 marker, just like short. If it is 20 marker, elaborate it further. And then significance of pattern variable. So that basically defines the nature of role interaction, role expectation, and social action within society. So they basically indicate overall direction in which the members of society perform their roles. They also help identifying different types of social structures by explaining how roles are organized and performed. Now, relevance, I've given here, can go through that. Pattern variable help to analyze social action by identifying the different dimensions along which individual make choices, whether it is towards value or it's towards a sort of motivation. Is it towards collectivity or is it towards individualism? Is it towards a modern society or is it towards a traditional society? So these, if you see, these are extremes, right? Affectivity, affective neutrality. Affectivity means traditional society. Affective neutrality means modern society. If you see specificity versus diffuseness, diffuseness is towards traditional society. Specificity means modern society, right? So self-orientation, collective orientation. Self-orientation is modern society, collective orientation is traditional society. So these are basically representing two extremes, two dichotomies, and these are nothing but traditional society and modern society. So if you see there is a confusion, that means you are in between, and it need to be understood in terms of continuum. Okay, there are no societies which are purely traditional. There are no societies which are purely modern also. So it has to be understood in terms of continuum, a shift, a move. There are some societies which are close to modern, like US if you take. There are some societies which are very close to traditional also. There are societies which are, in fact, they stand in that continuum. Now, balancing conflicting values. Individuals constantly face conflict between competing norms and values. Pattern variable illustrate the trade-off that people make while resolving these competing social expectations. Now, understanding social order. So by examining how individuals select patterns of action, it basically becomes possible to understand how society is established, how society is maintained, and reinforce the normative systems and regulate the behavior. That means pattern variable contribute to understand the maintenance of social order also. Now, it helps you to understand cultural and social change. This is directly towards the question. So pattern variables help analyze changes in dominant patterns of action over a period of time. So they make it possible to identify how societies gradually shift from one value to another, right? For example, movement from ascription to achievement, particularism to universalism, collective orientation to self-orientation, diffuseness to specificity. That reflects towards what? Transition from traditional society to modern society. So you can understand that social change or the cultural change also. When you see these values are also changing, that is actually indicating social change. Then cross-cultural analysis. So pattern variable facilitate comparison across different societies. They help to explain why individuals in different cultures choose different value orientation. I've explained Indian context, US context, if you remember that case, and that makes cross-cultural sociological analysis also possible. And it also helps you to understand the decision making, right? So the framework explain how conscious, and as well as unconscious factors individuals consider while selecting a course of action, right? It therefore provides important insight to human decision making as well. How we take a decision, we finally have to take a decision, right? And between that dilemmas, whether to go with society or to go with your own motivation, whether to go with value or motivation or collectivity or your individuality, that ultimately matters. And finally, there is a decision making. So you can understand that. Then application across different field. That's again the relevance. So pattern variables have been applied in several disciplines, including organizational behavior, political sociology, family studies, administration, education. So it basically serves as a useful tool. And then contribution to social theory. Larger structural social, functionalist framework. His own theory itself. They complement broader sociological theories by explaining how individuals negotiate with social norms, roles, and the institutional expectations and all. So these are the points which you can mention. And when you're going to conclude, how you're going to conclude this? You'll say, Parsons pattern variables, the concept of pattern variables remain highly relevant for understanding social action, role performance, role expectation, role definition, traditional society, modern society, transition from traditional to modern, and everything in terms of dichotomy, the continuum and everything, and also to help in maintenance of social order. And more importantly, guys, they actually provide a valuable framework for analyzing social change. That's asked in the question, so I'm re-emphasizing. Now, how? That also you explain. Because changes in dominant value orientation, in fact, indicate there is a broader transformation of society, right? If there is a change from value orientation to motivational orientation, it is moving from traditional to modern society, or from particularistic to universalism. That shows moving to modern society. Change from diffuseness to specificity means cultural changes are happening. Society is moving from traditional to modern, and from ascription to achievement, society is moving from traditional to modern. So by looking at these changes, you can understand the social change, the nature of social change also. You can mention the criticisms also in one line, because in conclusion, we are summarizing things that we have written. We are again stressing on the demand of the examiner in the question. So we are stressing. You can say, although the later sociologists criticized Parsons for overemphasizing on functionalism, consensus and stability, but still pattern variable continue to contribute, as an important analytical tool for understanding how individuals make choices within the changing social structure, or how individuals get adapted to the changing social structure and everything. So this is how you should be writing this particular question. It's a very good concept. It's a very good question, and it's a must attempt one. If you get it, it is high scoring also if you can present it in the way I have told you. For that, you need to talk about role expectation. You have to talk about the dilemmas. You have to talk about motivational orientation, value orientation, social action, the dilemmas, how he resolved the dilemmas, the dichotomies, the continuum. All these words need to be there. Then social change, modern society, traditional society. No society is purely traditional. No society is purely modern. They stand in continuum. So individual face dilemma, and the examples which I have given to you. So if you are in a position to explain this way, then you are conveying the examiner, you know everything about this. You understood the topic, and you definitely get rewarded. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much. If you're looking for any classes or mentorship program or test series, get in touch with the team. I see you there.